Okay, so that part one, I guess, talking about different beings. So then also about the phenomenon being real. What up, T.I.s and freaking gang-stalked community, or not, not to the gang-stalkers. Forget them, dude. But whatever, dude. So the other thing is, okay, so I'll talk about some of the gang-stalking stuff. So as far as the phenomenon's real, fucking happens to people. It's a fucking bitch to deal with, but I think it's probably a lot of people probably deal with it to a certain extent throughout their lives, and some people don't notice exactly what's happening and they get messed with, and then some people kind of become the tools to fucking harass other people and all that. But like so there's people, they just don't really realize what's going on, but then there's other people like you'll get messages that come through, but not all fucking messages. You can't even trust all messages that come through and all that, because some of them are the bullshit and the lies, and then some of them might be some good messages, and some of them want to keep you trapped in the battle of whatever, good versus evil or angels versus demons or whatever it is, you know. So that's and then there's like a middle ground somewhere, but at the same time you freaking can't like cause too much problems on one side, or else both sides will gang up on you. And I don't even know what, you know, I don't know even when you're in the middle. But the so the other thing is, what to keep better relationships with people. People don't understand that the so I this is what I do to have better relationships with family members and friends or whoever, but at the same time recognize that you could be targeted by anybody, because these beings hop in and out of people. That's kind of how it works. I mean, sometimes your allies are kind of more your allies than they would be your enemies, and but at sometimes it's like even your freaking allies or something, you'll be targeted through them, or their family members. You think somebody's on your side all the time, but I mean, T.I.s, you probably recognize you could get targeted from your family members, and then you think that they're just the gang stalker being paid or some shit, but they ain't really paid, as far as not in this world, as far as what I could see. Maybe somehow they the negative energy is less on them, or they get some type of energy from it subconsciously or something, or maybe they've just whatever. But they're not, like, I think on a level they're themselves, but then they get used, like the entities jump in them and they get used, and they play on all that stuff to mess up your relationships with people. And you know, and then it's harder to deal with situations, or you don't have help, or it's just everything's a battle, right? Because then even the people who are trying to help you or trying to understand, they don't they can't help you because they're uh they're being used, or then they're turned off by they're just freaked out, and then maybe you've accused them of this and that. And even if it's true, man, like they probably is that they've become the gang stalker against you at times, but it's like fluctuates or oscillates. So it's not like that maybe they're not 100% the gang stalker, unless some people though do feel like they totally become like the 100% gang stalker, you know. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they just operate on more of a negative level, you know, because they seem to operate on the negative, in the negative zone, and get energy from the negative more. But you know, for the most part, even the positive people can even be like gang stalking you sometimes, or you know, being used. But I try not to hold it against that person. You treat that person like they're themselves, and then the stuff is happening through them. But then the other thing is not to really even talk to them all the time that they're, you know, that they're a gang stalker and all this and that, because it ruins your relationships and stuff. But if someone's targeting you super hard, then you know, you might call them out on that shit, and you may even record them, and then you could play back the video later, and you know, frame by frame, and you'll see there's entities there in their faces, and that are actually the ones who are behind the shit, you know. But it's not that that person's half alien, or you know, they're you know, because some of it's like I seen the goblins and all kinds of shit that's like a grim reaper shit that's like not, it's supernatural shit, man, you know, like, and it's like not you know, it's not I don't know what the fuck, man, it's not fucking normal, you know, the reptilians and stuff. It seems kind of like alien entities sometimes, but it could be all like there's multi, I think they're like multi-dimensional beings or something, or I don't know what to say exactly, but you won't really see them in people's faces a lot unless they were like really, I don't know, if there was a long time that they were manifesting in that person's face, but you'll see it like frame by frame. You could see some stuff, especially during those psychic attacks or whatever that are happening at that time, which is what the gangstalking is. But anyways, this video is 6 minutes long. I guess I'll end that's about relationships and how to have better relationships with people and even strangers, you know, like it's like well, people call it like street theater or something. Like, yeah, it's like a game, and it's like at the same time you can't really just totally call people out, but you know, when you're around more people in public, I would be careful about hanging around others when you're feeling energy intrusions, because it seems like that they might lock on longer, or somehow they use their phones and all that. So anyways, all right, next video, that's how to have better relationships.